Past the hour of 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and here in Southwest Florida. And if you're listening on the internet, we welcome you aboard. We have two comedians in the house this morning. Dee Cameron, who's the opener for Tim Statum, both here with us this morning. We're looking forward to talking with both of them. It's good to have you both back.
Good to be back.
And it's the first time you both worked together down here.
Down here, yes.
And I said this morning, I says, you got a guy like Dee, who's a former teacher, and a guy from the South where teachers are non-existent sometimes.
Right, you can't you have to go hunting for them.
Yeah. Now, okay, you were telling us, the real South is what, 4 states?
It's Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. And that's it.
Really?
That's it. We don't count South Carolina, we don't count Kentucky.
What about New Orleans?
No.
Louisiana?
No.
No. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more, tied into Texas than anything else.
Yeah.
And that's a sin, right?
No,
Okay.
we like Texas. Well, a lot of Alabama fans don't like Texas this week, but,
That's for sure.
but they're good,
Big Alabama fan. Dee, who do you follow? Do you follow anybody? Not the Ohio State.
Yes, the Ohio State University. Get it right.
Yeah, yes, sir. But that Johnny Manziel.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Well, Florida got him the first game of the season, which was damn
Lucky, yeah.
Lucky for Florida.
Right. Well, they were saying yesterday, Saban trying to change his defense, and he had a lot of people playing positions that they wasn't used to playing, which he'd have probably been better off just to play them like he'd been playing all year. May not have had any effect, but I think the only way you can stop him is you're going to have to shoot him with a 30-06, because I don't think you can stop him any other way.
Without question.
He's unbelievable, and you can't get a good lick on him. You think somebody that small for that position is going to get hurt, but you can't get a good lick on him.
Well, they said one of his idols was Doug Flutie. And he didn't get too many good looks on Doug Flutie either.
No, and Doug Flutie, and that's a good comparison. That's a real good comparison.
Thank you. I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, well, you're the man.
And Dee, you're originally from the Ohio area, Cincinnati.
Grew up in Ohio, yes, sir.
And how long were you a teacher?
Well, I wasn't a teacher.
I know you were
Yeah.
youth advisor or something like
Well,
that.
I was the when the kids got in trouble, I was the one that stumped a mud hole in them and sent them back to class in pain, and with the message of don't do it again, or we're gonna have to go through this again.
And the reason, I'm sure they had you in that position because you weren't part of the teachers union, so they couldn't sue you.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, no, it was kind of like a school-wide thing. They're called BMTs, Behavioral Modification Technicians, and we were there to help assist, the administrators. You had a thing called ISS, in-school suspension.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that got flooded up, so we would have to come up with alternatives to keep kids from going into ISS. So they would come to me out. They would do 20, 30 minutes of actual workout. They would exercise. Some P90, what is that?
P90X?
Yeah, P90X type workout.
Okay.
For about 20 minutes, where they would fill it for the next 2 weeks, and with the reminder of, we don't want to go back.
Now, I can remember having a gym teacher have me do the chair on the wall.
Wall squats. Yeah,
Wall squats.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you wouldn't do anything like that. You know what a wall squat is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the coup de grace right there.
Oh, baby.
After you work them out till they can't stand anymore,
Okay,
sit down.
I want to sit down. Go.
Here we
Grab a wall.
That's exactly what we're about to do.
Oh.
We're gonna have a 5-minute sit down.
That was more painful than just a plain timeout, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tom, you never did one of those?
No, I never got in trouble. I don't want a big guy like that coming over and beating on me.
Well, all you gotta do, Johnny, you can do it right now for us. Just get out of your chair, go
Yeah.
up against the wall,
Yeah.
and kind of slide down
Oh,
until
no,
you're.
no, no. I don't.
Although he just told the guys next, the greener cleaner guys, that he used to do his tile with a toothbrush, and still does.
Really?
Yeah, the towel drop. That's how you clean it. I had no other idea that you couldn't do it another way.
Just
Yeah.
hire these guys now.
Yeah, that's when you hire the young man to do it. I can't do it.
Oh,
If
no.
I'm down on my hands and knees on the towel, you need to call somebody because something's happening.
Now, Timmy, I know you drive a lot to different locations. How many miles you got on your 2011 already?
58,000,
Wow,
And when did you get it?
about a year ago.
lordy,
That's
that's a lot of miles.
a lot of miles.
Yes.
How about you? Same thing?
I have a 2003. It's a Escape, and it has almost 250,000 miles on it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Wow.
You beat them up when you're in this business. Because when you get a car, you just have to figure, it's not one of them deals you get a car, you pay it off and plan on keeping it for 3 or 4 years. You just get a car and plan on getting another one in about 3 years.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow. How long have you had your 2003? Since then?
Yes, since 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you keep the oil changed, the tires rotated, the filter's clean, and, should run.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Timing
about
belts
it.
checked and, you know.
But Tommy, you're on the road so much
Yeah.
with these vehicles. I mean, they're like your office. No,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're business.
Right, yeah,
I mean, and you don't go fast.
And you know what's funny? I've been buying Toyotas since 2007, and the main reason is because I've got the sciatic nerve problem in my right hip, and Toyota is about the only car that I can drive in more than 4 or 5 hours and not have a problem with my hip.
That's amazing.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's the seating.
Do they have a lumbar thing in there?
Mine does.
Yeah.
Mine does, but I don't think I ever said it. It's just one of them deals. It's a comfortable kind of ride. So I get Toyotas for that reason more than the durability of them, but they're good on that too,
And a Ford Escape is a great vehicle.
Yeah, it's a really good car. And, it gets to the point you're like, making repairs on it. You're like, I'd rather make repairs than payments.
Yeah.
Go through a couple of repairs and then won't have to worry about it for about like a year or so, and then just want to.
Any good stories? Any good stories traveling? I mean, have you come up with anything that you've run into that you've told on stage?
Well, yeah, just being of the African American persuasion, like you wanted to try to avoid with a guy like D, and then a dude from the South.
Yeah.
I like how he tried to put that in there without actually saying with the black guy and the dude from the South.
I don't want him in the building.
You drive around sometimes in some areas where you're like, oh my God, please let this gas hold out until I can get to a populated area.
Yeah. I was hitchhiking in 1970, cross country, back from, I was out in Denver and I was out just hitchhiking, when you could hitchhike. And I got a call from my dad that he had a part-time job for me back in Vermont. So I started hitchhiking back, had a sign out that said Boston. And I was in Salinas, Kansas. I think it was Interstate 70. And this guy pulled over in a brand new black Alfa Romeo. He still had the stickers on the side. And he'd just come from Fort Collins, Colorado. He's in the Army, going back for his 3rd tour in Vietnam. 6'6", African American, and myself, who was 6'3", white, get in the car together. And he says, is that sign going to Boston, Mass. or Boston, Kansas? I said, Boston, Mass. So he says, get in, I'm only going as far as Roxbury, which is a community right outside of Boston. I says, let's go. 1970, boy, did we get some looks.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my goodness, it was, we stop at a place in Missouri, right outside of St. Louis to have breakfast. And this waitress come over, the entire place, kind of, their eyes turned. Thought we were going to start something. And she stepped on his foot by accident. He says, if you want us to leave, don't beat me, just ask us. And the whole place was listening and cracked them up. Tommy's got a weather forecast. We'll be back with Tim and D in just a second.